Hello everyone, my name is Rama Mehta, and along with the team, we are going to present our, DIY lab group project. So, this is basically our week two presentation. So, let's get started. For the week two, we have some content. So, there would be some introduction and overview that I'll be giving, and after that, my friends will explain you about the software and the components that we are going to use in actual model. Yeah, and I'll just brief you out that for the week three content, we are just gonna present the actual working model, the hardware. So that's for the week three, and this week two content we are just gonna revolve around this and the virtual stuff. So yeah. So as we all know, we are gonna work on the smart irrigation system as we told in the week one. So I'll just tell you about the project. So I'll just recap what I told in the week one. So I told that we chose this project just because we wanted something not to just make the process efficient. So we chose intersection between the agriculture field and a technological field. So we just wanted to make something efficient that will just reduce the labor and manual stuff. So yeah, so I'll just tell you that how we are gonna do that. So we are gonna use an Arduino microcontroller to process the information, and that's very efficient. And apart from that, we are going to use some the moisture sensor and all that stuff. So we are going to use the sensor basically in order to sense the information and all that stuff. So I'll just explain the soil moisture sensor. So it's kind of a resistance, like when there are different kind of moisture condition, it reacts differently. It reacts differently. So suppose if the moisture is high, so it will be more conductive and the resistance will decrease. And if the moisture is less, then the resistance will be more. So this is how basically it works. And we are gonna calibrate the sensor in different moisturizing conditions, so that we can know different behavior of the sensor. So we'll just collect the data of the different conditions, and after that we can make a code now to execute. And while we make a code, we can actually put in condition like if the plant needs more water or not. So we can actually program the pump in such a way that it works, it will pump the water when the moisture would be low. So that's how it will work. So we are gonna produce a code for that, and now my friends will explain you the further part. So now Himanshu will explain you about the components used. So yeah, thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Himanshu. I'll be explaining the components which we are using in our software project. So these are the components as you can see on the screen. Arduino Uno board, small breadboard, DC motor, temperature sensor and H-bridge motor sensor. Now we will discuss each one of them in detail. So first one is Arduino Uno board. So before moving to the Uno board, let's talk about Arduino. So Arduino is a microcontroller based open source electronic prototyping board which can be programmed with an easy to use IDE. The IDE uses a simplified version of C++ as a programming language and beginners can easily operate. Now let's talk about Uno board. So Uno board is one of the more popular board in Arduino family, and the components of Uno board are USB connector, power port, microcontroller, interface chip and LEDs and pins. Next is DC motor. So as we all know, the basic function of DC motor is to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. So here we will be using DC motor to pump water from the ground using direct current. Now let's talk about temperature sensor. So we will be using Tinkercad for our software project, which does not have moisture sensor. So we are using temperature sensor as an alternative. So temperature sensor is a low voltage centigrade temperature sensor, which it provides a voltage output that is linearly proportional to a degree Celsius temperature. Moving on, we will be using H-drive H-bridge motor sensor. It is most commonly used for motor driving applications. So as you can see here, L293D is written. So it is L293D IC which is a motor driving IC, and it allows DC motor to drive in any direction. Now, as you can see, it has 16 pins, 8 above and 8 below. So these pins can control two set of DC motors instantaneously in any direction. Thank you. That's all from my side. Now my friend Yash will explain about the circuit.
Good morning everyone. I am Yash and I will be explaining the circuit for this system. The main components we needed for this system is a small breadboard, Arduino board, a temperature sensor, a DC motor and a H-bridge motor driver. Now we will get into the connections. Firstly, the ground wire of the Arduino is connected to the negative of the breadboard. Similarly, the 5-volt supply of the Arduino board is connected to the positive terminal of the breadboard. Now, coming to the temperature sensor. The power pin is connected to the positive and the ground pin is connected to the negative, whereas this voltage output pin is connected to the analog A1 of the Arduino board. Now, the H-bridge motor driver has two power pins which are connected to the 5-volt supply of the breadboard along with the two enable pins of the H-bridge motor driver. Similarly, the 4 ground pins are connected to the negative of the breadboard. As this motor driver has 4 sets of input and output terminals, it can be connected to 2 DC motors at the same time. Here we are using only single DC motor which will act as a water pump. So the input pin is connected to the D10 pin of the Arduino and the output pin is connected to the negative terminal of the DC motor. Similarly, the other input pin is connected to the digital pin 5 of the Arduino board, and from here the output of the motor driver is connected to the positive of the DC motor. Now all the connections are over. The coding and the simulation will be explained by my friend Soham.
Hello, I am Soham Das and I would like to give some brief points about the code and will simulate it. So we have created a variable named temperature value. Firstly, temperature value will read from analog pin A1, which can be seen in the serial monitor. If temperature is less than 30 degrees, then the DC motor will be off, which means the pump will not work. If temperature is greater than 45 degrees, then the DC motor, it is the water pump, will be on and the irrigation will be started. Now let us simulate and see how it works. So let's start. So if the temperature is 24 degrees, which is below 30 degrees, then the DC motor is off, which means the soil has enough moisture and hence the pump is not working. Now when the temperature, let us say it is in the range of 70 to 73 degrees, the DC motor is on and hence the land will be irrigated. So this is the code and simulation of our project, which is smart irrigation. Hope you liked our presentation for this week. Next week we will try to present hardware of our project, but till then, thank you.